Just Eff It. Hi, I'm Romy, an identity coach helping others who struggle with their sexual identity and families of queer youth find their path of understanding and acceptance.
And I'm Carla, a mom empowerment coach empowering moms to own their new identities and motherhood journeys.
And together we are the EFFing Madres. We are here to invite you guys into stories of some inspiring madres
who have changed their lives through an Eff It moment. So here we go. Just Eff It.
All right, guys. Happy Monday. We are the EFFing Madres. Carla, Romy, two best friends, two girl moms, two Latinas, giving you this podcast every week on a Monday. And we've been doing this now for how long, Carla?
Well, we started August of 2022. So
that's wild.
I know. That's crazy. That's pretty cool, though.
It's really cool. I was sending one of the moms that's going to come on one of our episodes to listen to before they came on. And I was looking at just the list of how many we've had.
Yeah. We have I want to say we're at 68 or 60. We're in the mid 60s, which is that's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
We've stuck to this. Today's episode, so normally for those of you listening, we would have a mom on and she would share her Eff It moment as a mom. An Eff It moment can be a mind shift. It can be a big move, a change, any kind of thing that, right? How would you explain it, Carla?
In regards to what the podcast is?
What the Eff It moment is.
Yeah, Eff It moments are those moments where you literally are just F this, fuck this. I need a change. My situation needs a change, or I need to get out of this relationship. I need to get out of this job. It's that mental shift that literally it is like a light switch that goes off. And from that moment, you look at things differently, you approach things differently, and your energy is different because you've made a decision to make a change. And so those can be very powerful and and scary, especially when you have children and a spouse or a partner that, you're part of this family, they depend on you. So it's a scary thing to take those steps.
I think it's important that you said that because we do have moms on that are moms, right? That's part of our podcast is they are moms doing these scary things. The reason we have that is because it's exactly what Carla said. It's really hard to make big, bold moves when you have a family relying on you already, when you are not your own person and there are children looking at you who need things and you're trying to switch your whole damn life up. You're affecting everybody in your home at this point as a mom, which is why so often moms don't do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why it's a hard thing to do.
Why it's so hard to do. And we've been so lucky to have so many awesome stories of women doing so many big things that inspire us. But today's episode is going to be Carla and I kind of updating y'all on where we're at on this journey. We check in with you every now and then, but we've been really big on everyone knowing from the beginning to the end what having a podcast has been like, even when we first started and we couldn't record each other or use our mics and we were just learning to set up Riverside and we were just, Carla, we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah. And I think it's, I'm always for me anyway, when I'm looking at or I'm listening to people on podcasts or I'm watching people speak or whatever, we're always presented with we hear about their trials and tribulations, sure, but you don't ever really see it happening. And and we were both very much let's just share all of the shit that we are going through emotion wise, just in regards to this journey that we're on, because this was our Eff It moment that led into our own personal sort of Eff It moments. But we did this together and it's opened up a lot of stuff and brought up a lot of things.
It's changed my whole life, Carla. We had really quickly, we had this Eff It moment to start this podcast. I had a full-time sales job, right? You were moving to Florida. You came back. I no longer have that sales job. I'm getting certified in coaching. We took on learning to do coaching through the podcast. You and I both enrolled in a coaching program, right? That came from the passion of talking to people, having conversations with women, right? Having conversations with moms, right? So that was inspired. And then here we are, fast forward, and just having that moment of I'm going to start a podcast with my best friend for moms got me into a place where as of next week, I'll be certified for coaching, right?
Yeah.
I've already started my coaching business. I left my sales job. That is the triple, like the ripple effect, I guess, that you always say happens when you do these things.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
You started creating talk about, just like your own business, what you've been doing, and then just like how you've learned how to actually be the person who's running the behind the scenes of our production.
I have it really opened up my eyes to things that I never expected I would get into or I would learn. I'm a learner. I'm a seeker. I love to like fill my head with knowledge about things, and I was just like kind of recounting this past week about all the shit I've learned since this, effort moment we had. And I'm just like, I I really, well, first of all, I really hope that they ends up making me some money because I've spent a lot of
It
time,
will.
you know?
No, not you hope. It's going to
Yeah, it's
make you
going
some
to,
money.
but
Yes.
there's so many things, and honestly, there's some things I haven't even talked to you about because we just haven't
Yeah.
like connected
Yeah.
about some of the things
Yeah.
that like have been going through my head and what I've been learning about. But it's just like it really is. That's why these effort moments are so great to have because it really, really opens your mind up to so many things that you never thought that you would be doing. And so, yeah, like I didn't realize how much I love like being behind the scenes, I mean, I
Mhm.
know I've always had a knack for it, but like doing web development stuff, learning SEO, blog, like writing, my passion for writing has come back, and like taken on the blog posts and things like
Mhm.
that. I've
For
even
those of you listening, I just want to jump on that because I want people to know we do have a blog that goes up every Wednesday on our website. Please go subscribe. Please go and read them. Carla is an incredible writer, and her passion for that is really like come back. And her the topics that she writes about for our blog are based off of like conversations we're having with moms right now. And they hit home. So for anyone listening, that's also a big part of kind of what happened. We started to establish blogs. We started to
yeah.
create merch. We started to like expand, and you started to create a merch site for us,
Mhm.
increase what our website looked like and what it offered.
I was like, this
Start
logo needs
right
to, our
like
logos need to change, like we need a rebrand. And you were like, really? But then you got on board really quick.
yeah, I mean, she just came at me with like, these are the logos, this is the look, what's this? And I was just like, fuck, okay, well, like we're doing this, okay? Like we're going.
Yeah. And it's been really fun, and it's
It's
given us
it
like a
has.
different sort of aesthetic, which I think has been really, yeah, it's been really great to showcase, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But
Well, yeah, I'm pointing for those of you who are listening. We have these big, bright neon "Just Eff It" signs, which is very branded for her and I. We've really come in and figured out our brand. We've
yeah.
really figured out our colors. We figured out our look, our vibe, our feel, and that may evolve
Yeah.
because that's allowed to happen. But when you start to really understand what we are, I feel like over the last few months, you and I have really locked that in, and that's been an evolution of this
Yeah.
podcast together.
Yeah. And what's nice, what we have is that even though we do have this thing together, we are focusing on our personal things as well, and building those things out, like your coaching and
Yep.
your branding and all that sort of stuff. And and for me on that front, I am still finding my way. I did
Mhm.
take the coaching, but I don't know if I
But that's yeah.
100% want to go down one-on-one coaching. I
Yeah.
lean more towards group coaching and things like that. It's just I I see the passion in you when it comes to like the
Mhm.
one-on-one, And as much
Mhm.
as I've enjoyed having those conversations with people that I have done coaching sessions with, there's
Mhm.
still something missing for me.
Yeah. Can I ask you
Yeah.
in that, Carla, do you have any regrets about joining coaching, or do you feel like
No.
it's guided you into a different area of your
It's
life?
completely guided me into a different area for
Yeah.
100%. Like, it has
Yeah.
opened me up to being a better listener. It has opened me up
Mhm.
to, you know, to looking into whether or not it's something that I want to do. And I know that for sure I want to empower women. That is like the basis of all the things that I work on in the peripheral. It all funnels into that. And so, like a month or two ago, I decided, and I'm going to say it because it's a big statement, but like,
Yeah.
I like to create things. Like, that's where
Yes.
my passion lies, creating things. And maybe that's why I married my husband. I don't know. I mean, I love him, but like
Yeah.
maybe it's like
Yeah. I mean, you love that part of him.
yeah, I love to create things that like give
Yeah.
people a feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so very recently I decided that I I'm a hairdresser. Like, what can I
Mhm.
do as a hairdresser that can be empowering aside from like the one-on-one with, someone. So,
Yeah.
I'm on the a very beginning path of creating a hairpin line for empowering young girls. And
That's amazing.
the pins have different statements on them that
Mhm.
say empowering sort of phrases and all that.
Which
And
you love quotes,
I
you love
love
words.
quotes. I love
That is
words.
so you. To tie that together is so you.
So the moment I like realized that, I felt a fire that I hadn't felt
Yeah.
before. And so I was like, I think
Yeah.
this is probably going to be the route I take,
Yeah.
where it's I
Yeah.
create things that like make people feel something. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. No, I think that's, and I think, I was thinking of you in terms of the difference between us and people listening. We both signed up for the coaching program together. I ended up really finding that that was absolutely what I love. I love working with my clients. I love working with women. I get off and I'm like, I have zero doubt that this was like what I was made to do. And I really believe that my life, and you know how crazy it's been, and my experiences are there so that I could connect and relate and empathize and be able to say to my clients, you have a hard time doing these things. Well, like, I get it. I also had a hard time. I also know what that looks like. I've also been in that,
mhm, mhm.
as opposed to just coaching people to do things that I don't actually know anything about, which is not my case.
Yeah.
But with you, you've always been like a manager, a boss, a leader, right? That's always been your thing. You've always, like, so when you talk about like even group coaching, you're the one who knows how to, I see that for you,
Mhm,
explain, show, guide,
mhm.
lead. That is way more your, you've always had that, even with us, even with this podcast, you know, I play my role, right? And I'm really great at like bringing people together and getting the moms and like, my social network and that stuff. Like, that is where my strength is. But once I get you those people, it's really been you that decides the layout of how everything looks. So both impactful. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
I heard the people to you
Yeah.
and you organize it
Like,
and create it
we really work off each other's strengths because, like,
completely.
I don't like, do you think you could have done this podcast alone? Because I don't think I could have done
No,
this podcast alone.
are
Yeah.
you kidding? Carla, I wouldn't even be able to get the Riverside app up. Are you kidding me? Like, no.
And I would
I would
just sit there not
be like FaceTiming
speaking.
people. I would be FaceTiming my friends, like trying to remember the login for YouTube.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, right, right. So
no.
that's what's been so
Like,
yeah. And I think that's another thing too. I think like having done this with each other has helped each of us realize what our own strengths are and what our weaknesses are, because like
yes, and
I
be okay with them.
yeah, absolutely. But like it's helped me but working with you on this has helped me loosen up about some things because I am a
Mhm.
lot more wound tight on a lot of
Yeah.
things. But I
Yes.
always think about, Romy just fucking does it. Like I need to stop thinking so much about and just fucking do it sometimes. And I admire that in you because you really
Thank
do.
you.
I just
Yeah.
I just can't get rid of, I'll always have that, like, "Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Let's think about this."
And that's I wanna tell everyone as well, like, this is an exciting news for us. First of all, I'm so glad that you're gonna do this with your quotes and hairpins. It is the most perfect thing for you to do, and I love that you are still gonna use everything you've taken from our coaching program that has helps you have conversations with women that we work with, women that we talk to, your clients, and it really helps you in when we are leading, and we will be, large groups of women, have an
Yeah.
understanding of what conversation looks like. So it
Yeah.
was 100% worth it for both of us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um, but Carla and I just joined Loud Management. It is a management team. I have been with a manager before.
I have
I have
not.
done public speaking. Carla has not. I have done public speaking through my L word days, my reality days, and I've had managers and agents. So going into this exciting adventure, I was like, wow, we got a manager. We're going to public speak. We're going to be doing mom events. Like, we are going, and we love them. Matt and Amy are our managers. We're very excited. The reason they say loud is because they were looking for loud personalities. And I could not think that our Effit podcast, our personalities could be any more loud. Like, mine's actually physically loud, but yours like cuts glass.
Yeah. Yeah. But
But with my excitement, explain your
I was gonna s
emotions
yeah, I
around
was, like,
joining
gonna
this.
say, Romy's excitement when all of this when she presented it to me, she was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And of course, for me, I'm like, "I haven't fun done any of this shit before." Like, "Oh my god." And then, of course, all
You
of the
pulled out
things.
the lawyer, you were looking through
Oh,
legal
yeah. I mean,
documents.
aside from all the legalities, I'm like, "Where's our website? We need to check." Like, all aside from that, I was like, what am I gonna say? Who's gonna all those things came up for me. So, because of that, I did something I never thought I would do, and this is, again, another, like, snowball effect of the effort moment. I joined Toastmasters. Just literally, I finished signing the application today. I did a
Mhm.
guest spot on Monday on my birthday. I did it instead of going
Amazing.
out for dinner, I literally
Yeah,
jumped on a Zoom and I did, like, I was part of a Toastmasters, and it's helping you to better you for public speaking. So I was just like, fuck it. This has always been a huge fear of mine. I don't even like to speak in front of 3 people. So let alone, like, if we go to speaking events, I'm going to have to fucking, figure it out. So I did.
here's the funny thing about that though, is that I've been speaking and in front of a camera and groups of people for so long, and I could, like you say, I could give a speech to a tree and you'd still see passion behind me, but like, you know, but when you do speak, Carla, and when you do share your thoughts and your mind, and as you have on this podcast over the last, whatever long we've done it, like, it's so good and it hits home, and you're so intelligent and people listen to you. And when you open your mouth, you hold an audience. So it's really great that you're also not afraid to go into that, because naturally your life is taking you into that.
Yeah, it is, and so I'm surrendering to that
Yes.
to that
Yes.
fear, and
Yes.
now I'm trying to do, like, what good old Mel Robbins talks about, where, like, nerves and excitement are the same emotion. So now just look at it like as excitement. So that's what I'm doing. I'm changing the nerves into excitement and just looking at it as like a new journey that I haven't done and I'm excited to do.
You're so big on the quotes. We do our Wisdom Wednesdays on our social media. We always share an empowering quote there, because you and I love a good podcast. We love some inspiration. We love life coaches. We live for this shit. If anyone doesn't know what we're doing on our day to day basis, we're working out, we're moms, we're working, and we're listening to empowering people that have done big shit. That's
Yes. Yes.
literally what Carla and I live off of. And you've always loved your quotes, and then you're going into a direction of creating that. But also, I mean, imagine the day that somebody's quoting you,
Oh
and where your
man.
quotes, yeah, mean
Uh,
something to somebody else.
wow. That would be, I didn't even think about that. That would be,
Yeah.
wow. That would be so
Yeah.
cool. That'd be so
So
cool.
that's how you got to think right now, like
Yeah.
your words and what you offer and what you share and what you put out there. you're going to be that person, that's inspiring somebody with your words. And you love that. You love those words. They resonate with you. They literally,
They
they
do.
feed you.
They
They
do.
feed your soul.
They really do. And so like even though there's moments where I feel like I'm all over the place, it's
Mhm.
all but it's I see it like funneling into that one path, which is just like supporting women, empowering women, pushing women. I want us to be a part of getting women into those power positions where they need to be.
Mhm.
And if it's
Yes.
through the podcast that we're able to empower women to be like, fuck it, I'm going to do it, then that's amazing that we could do that. And that's the whole hope and
That's
goal.
the whole goal behind all of this. And for anyone listening, like the whole goal behind our podcast is to empower moms and empower women and to say, hey, we're here, we're a community, you're not alone.
Yeah.
Right? That is what
Yes.
we're trying to do here. This is
100%.
not about anything other than that at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
when it isn't about that, then we no longer do it. And that was our agreement when we
Yeah.
started.
And like
So
life can be messy, momhood is
yeah.
messy, and it's fucking hard. And like trying to juggle all the shit that we juggle is hard. But like we can get shit done because we're all bosses.
And we get shit done.
Yeah.
That's the thing to say is like we actually get shit done. And I want to say, like, have we always wanted to show up and record? No.
No.
Have we sometimes wanted to financially just say this is draining? Yes. Have
Hmm.
we been like, let's just focus on other things that bring in money and like walk away from this?
Yeah.
Yes. We have lives. We have, our love lives, our relationships, our family things that are happening, our children, financial things. But I think at the end of the day, if something keeps pulling us that this is where we belong, then we keep showing up.
Yep.
And we do. We
Hmm.
do because there's never been a part of us on this journey thus far, and I hope never, that's been like, stop.
No. No. Not
No.
at all. Like, even when
Yeah.
I've been in my most anxious
Yeah.
space, I still am
Yes.
like, I have to do this. Like, I have
Yeah.
to do this. It's like I have to. It
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Even when you know that my life about a year ago was
Yes.
on a personal level almost killing me
Yes.
personally,
Yeah.
I still had to do this.
Yeah. And man, like obviously you haven't shared a lot of that stuff, but like
Right, right.
just seeing you from where you were to where you are now, I'm just telling you people, Romy is a different person. And I was worried there for a
Night
minute.
and
Like I
day.
was like, I don't know if she's going to get over that, you know. I don't know if she's going to get there. And you have. You really really have.
Yeah.
And I've been very proud to see you evolve as much as you have cuz you really fucking have.
Well, and that's the part that makes me really want to work with people, honestly. And that's like what I was saying is that, like, when I'm talking to people and they're like, I can't get over this, I can't change, I can't, I'm like, oh no, we're going to get dirty because, like, I know what that fight looks like
Yeah.
and it's brutal. And my health physically with my working out and mentally, my structure, my meditation, my sleep, my all the things that I've changed over the last year, I know what those do and how they impact you in every way of your life. And once you get a touch of that and you see the change, you want to share that with others who are struggling.
Mhm.
You want them to know what's available. And I want them to know that, like, I've been there.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking get it.
Yeah.
So that's
That's
where
why
I
the
feel,
like, coaching for you makes sense
yeah,
because you
it
have.
does.
You've had a lot of things that you've gone through, and so you really do have, like, an arsenal of tools to be able to help people guide them through the shit that they're going through.
One of my clients, like, and I'll just say this and we'll move on, like a week ago was like, have you always been hoo hoo ha ha, like fairy, with all my manifestation and like quantum physics shit that I talk about? And I was like, no, I have not always been.
No.
And that's where I need to tell you, you can change
Yeah.
because once upon a time, I didn't tap into that. But look at me now. I'm walking around, with like Joe in my head every day and Goggins in my head every day. And I'm like creating a reality that's new, and then I want to share that with people, right? So, like, no, I haven't always been that way.
No.
You haven't always been this way.
Mhm.
We are changing, we are evolving, we are, creating what we want. I have to say this is the funniest thing. I was on like a coaching call yesterday, and the woman was like, oh yeah, my daughter saw you on the L Word and thought, no way is she gonna make it. She's gonna be a drunk. She's gonna be the one that like that's what she tells me. And I'm laughing and I'm like, So, it's valid. That's fine. Like, I'm sure. And she was like, Mom, that show was like in the 80s.
Oh my god. Ugh,
I was like, the 80s? These little lesbians think my show's from the 80s. I was born in 82.
that's funny. Oh,
But
geez.
it was also a testimony to, like, look how far
Yeah,
we come in life,
totally.
you know?
Mhm.
That's not an identity that I can relate to anymore
No.
at all.
And that's one big thing that I have learned. I think we've obviously both have learned this, but like listening, I think I was before this whole podcast and all that, I was like, no, I'm Carla. I'm this way. This is how I've always
Yeah.
been. And, I don't want that to change. But then I was like, actually, no, wait a minute. I do not want to be that old Carla anymore. Like
No.
like the only way you're going to get different results if you're different. Like if you do things
So
different.
Joe Dispenza says, and
Yeah.
it's been my biggest thing, the biggest habit you can break is the habit of being yourself. I live with this right now.
Yeah.
I live with this. And he
Yeah.
says, anything you tell yourself you're going to be, then you're going to be.
Then
So
you're
if
going
you
to
stick
be.
to, I'm Carla, I don't do this. This is who I am. This is my
Y-
personality.
Yeah.
Then that is your personality.
Then that is my personality. And then I stay stuck in that box. And that is
Yes, because
not,
you've created that for
yeah,
you.
that is not the box that I want to live in. And I
So
have
I'm
like,
walking around right now, Carla, saying we're public speakers. We empower women. We are strong Latina women. We have a very successful podcast. We have a lot coming our way. We are hard workers, and like I have to believe it.
yeah.
I have to believe it. I truly have to believe like this is who I am, and you have to believe that this is who you are as we
Mhm.
walk into this next season of our like journey.
Yeah.
Because if we stay connected to who we thought we were,
Hmm.
that's who where we're going to stay.
Totally. Totally. And it's
And you and I are transitioning.
Yeah, totally. But it's also like the way that I even answer things now too. It's like for example, the Toastmasters when they asked me, "Do you want
Yeah.
to join?" And I said, "You know what? I would normally say no, so I'm going to say yes."
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, that's the other thing. Goggins talks about like the only way for real change to happen is for you to do the things that you really don't want to do. It's
yep.
easy to get up and do your favorite workout.
Yep.
It's easy for me to go for a run. Running's not hard for me.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to do, but weightlifting is hard for me. How am I going to get change? I have to actually do the things I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Right. And that
Mhm.
goes with like accepting things you don't want to do. It's the saying yes to the things that we don't want to do
Yeah.
that create the real change.
Absolutely. And it not only change, it offers up different opportunities. So that's why
I
it's
mean,
so
you and
important.
I have some pretty exciting things that at least we're discussing with our management team about things that we can do. And the only way we get to do those things is by you have saying yes
Yeah.
to joining them.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and it was a hard thing to do. But I had to force myself to be like, "Nope, Carla, this is what we're doing. Like this is if you
mhm.
want anything different, this is what the answer you have to give is yes." So,
And then also for anyone listening, go to our website, read Carla's blog, shop our merchandise. We got mugs, we got hats, we got sweatshirts, we got all kinds of good stuff. Carla worked really, really hard on our logo. She did a fucking fantastic job.
every time you say
You
that, it
get a hat.
reminds me
You
of
get a hat.
someone that's
Yeah,
standing outside of a store like, "I got hats. I got this. I got
I
that."
got hats. I got
You're very good at that.
But also on our website is Loud Management's contact. And if you are somebody listening or you're a mom that knows somebody that might want to book us for a Madre event, a speaking engagement, to come to your, anything that you guys feel we'd be great with, we got a team. We're moving on up.
Yeah,
Reach out to our team.
I
Let's
know.
talk. Let's do business.
Yeah. We have so another other exciting news. We have our new photo shoot that we're doing this weekend, and it's
Yes.
going to be like a whole new vibe. We're super excited about that. But then we have our Madre event in April, another one
We're
that
so
we're
excited.
doing, getting some mamas together for that here in LA. So we definitely are getting shit done.
Oh, we're getting shit done. And so for those of you who are like, what the hell's a Madre event? We had our first one in Austin about a year ago. And it was held here with about an intimate setting of like, I want to say like 12 to 13 women. We had Leslie Lou come in. We had Brooke come in. We had some of the moms who had been on our podcast come share their effort moments. And it was a really amazing bonding experience. People
Yes.
were crying. We were getting to know each other. We were talking motherhood. We were sharing our stories, and it was empowering. We got up and we were taught self-defense. We salsa danced. It was fucking rad. Not only was it just rad for our community, you and I really got a great experience together because we don't get to be together
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, I know. But it was a
And
life-changing it was a very
it
special, like,
was.
life-changing experience for sure.
And
So,
we knew after that that we were going to do more of these. We
yeah.
knew we were going to do more, and we knew this was going to be something we took on the road with us. It's a year later. Yay, us. We've booked out a weekend in LA now. So details for that will come shortly, in terms of what that event is going to look like. And Carla and I, like she said, we get to be together this weekend. We get to record a podcast together, which is huge for us. We get to rebrand ourselves with our merch and our logo and our look and our vibe. And then we get to host our second Madre event. If you're somebody who wants to have a Madre event in your hometown, with your mamas, with your community, reach out.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. We
Yeah.
are we are breaking the walls and expanding ourselves to really bringing this to you. So
Mhm.
a lot has happened.
A lot has happened. A lot has happened, and it's gonna continue to evolve and be
Yes.
messy, but we
Yes.
want you guys to be on the journey with us. And, like, every so often, we do these check-ins to just let you know, this is where we're at. And sometimes it's great, and sometimes it's not. But we just wanna
Yeah.
be keep it real because that's who we are. Like, we just wanna be real honest and transparent.
Yeah, I mean, because this is our effort moment, and the same way we interview other moms about like what it looks like for them and what it feels like for them, we want to also continue to share ours, our successes, our falls, our get back up. And right now, I feel like this season, and at least for this check-in, is a lot of like fucking go us. Like I
Yeah.
just want to applaud us,
Yeah.
like go us. Like
Yeah, celebrate the wins. Like,
yeah,
no matter how small they are, we got to celebrate the wins, no matter how
yeah.
small. So,
Yeah, so I will be seeing you in 2 days, and we've got a lot of fun stuff to do, and I'm excited. I'm proud of us. And please, everybody, go subscribe to our podcast. We are on Apple, we are on Spotify. Subscribe to our website. Those likes, those subscriptions, they help us more than you know.
yeah, and if you feel drawn to leave a review, like leave a review. We'd
Please.
love Oh my god, that would be amazing to hear
Yeah.
from people that have like gotten something from these episodes. Like it would This is why we're doing this. We want to hear from you guys. We want to be able to help you. So,
Yeah.
yeah, helping you guys has been helping us. So,
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. So, yeah, that's all I have for today, Carla. Do you have anything else?
nope, that's all I got.
Yeah. All right. So then this is where we say,
Yeah, this is where we say just F it.
just F it.